Just by way of explanation, the formalities are going to be reasonably simple and quite short. I'll just give a brief explanation about the history of the ship and the wheel in particular, hand over to our chairman, Craig O'Connor, and he will introduce Albert and Debbie, who have gifted the wheel, and will do the unveiling. Give a history of the ship for a minute, and that's just to, first of all, acknowledge that every person in this room has actually helped the project in some way, and that's pretty amazing when you look at it. Everybody's helped in different ways, but it's as a direct result of that we've got the ship saved and we're doing everything we're doing. But in amongst all that help, every now and then something quite special comes up, and that tonight is an example. We had a dinner on board the ship last year, and during the course of the dinner I did what one shouldn't do, and I checked my phone and looked at the emails, and one of them was from the Scottish Maritime Museum, which said, "Hi Peter, thought you might be interested. There's a ship's wheel from the HMS Carrick coming up for auction." So I thought, well, that's pretty timely. So we'll come to that in a bit more detail. I also want to first of all acknowledge, this might be the very, very last function where I can actually look at Gary and call him your worship. As the current Lord Mayor of Port Adelaide Enfield, the official handover of his role to his successor is occurring tomorrow. So as of tonight, Gary's still the Mayor, so welcome. Thank you, and also welcome Costa from the Police Credit Union, our major sponsor, and many other people in the room who are, as I said, have helped in various ways. Just very briefly about the ship, as many of you will be aware, built in 1864, purpose-built to bring people to Adelaide, named the City of Adelaide for that reason, and very, very special links to here. And it's a great pleasure to have the original captain's great-great-granddaughter in Pam Whittle present with us tonight as well, and her two daughters, Julia and Meredith. The ship survived not only because it was incredibly strongly built, but it's been in constant use. In 1893 it stopped sailing and became a hospital ship for 30 years, which is when they cut these big square windows in. And then in 1923 the ship faced being broken up again. Fortunately the Royal Navy bought the ship. By that time the masts and all the ship's fittings had all been removed, and the Navy moved the ship up to Scotland, but actually felt they didn't want to actually have a ship owned by the Navy that didn't have a ship's wheel. So they mounted a wheel back on the ship, and that's what is now referred to as the HMS Carrick wheel, and that is what's being unveiled tonight. There is a brochure, which I won't, I can't vouch for its authenticity. It was prepared by the auctioneers. But in describing the wheel that was fitted on the ship in 1923 by the Royal Navy and calling it the HMS Carrick wheel, they do use the words, "It may well have been the wheel from the City of Adelaide." Now, who am I to challenge what they say? So that's a bit of the history. The rest of the project, as you're aware, there's a huge amount going on. Once these presentations are over and the wheel's unveiled, and obviously a few photographs taken of the event, you're then welcome to go right through the ship. We'll have a couple of volunteers down below and up above, and you'll be amazed at the amount of work that's been done, particularly out in the stern up above. So I thank everybody who's been involved in all the activities and in conducting all the tours. So I think that's enough from me. So if I can just invite Craig, our chairman, forward, he'll say a few words to introduce and welcome Albert and Debbie forward to do the unveiling.
Thank you, Peter, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here with us today on this very memorable occasion. It's been a very kind gesture by Albert Watson and Debbie Martin in donating this wheel to us. A very major milestone in the ongoing development of the City of Adelaide clipper ship. Albert gave and Debbie gave instruction that we could bid for it, which was done and successfully done, and it's been a very memorable occasion, as I've said. Albert and I go back, I don't think how many years now, Albert. We've been friends for a long, long time, and it is great. He himself is a significantly keen yachtsman, and it's great, Debbie, that the two of you have seen fit to make this kind donation to us. Perhaps I'll ask you both to come forward, if you wouldn't mind, and unveil the wheel. I was never quite sure what to say we were doing, but unveiling, I took Peter's cue on that. I think you can go for it.
So we'll unveil it? Okay, here we go. Let's go then.
And here inscribed on the front we have wheel from the HMS Carrick, ex-City of Adelaide, generously donated by Albert Watson and Debbie Martin. So thank you very much.
Maybe three. There we go. That's okay.
Good.
So I'm going to do obligatory photos. Thank you.
Good.
Now, Albert, if you will.
Right, I just invite Albert and Debbie to take a few words.
Debbie and I are pleased to donate this wheel to the project, just to help the project along in some very, very small way. It's a major project with a lot of work that has been done, and you can see that now, but there's also a lot of work to be done. We're just pleased that we were able to help in just that small way. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Sorry, Debbie, did you want to add anything?
No. Ditto.
Thank you. Okay. That ends the formalities.
We'll
We'll get you all in there.
The invitation, well, Bill's going to come too.
Yes.